Hi buddies, it's Miss March. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do another true dupes video. So we're going to see if two products are actually dupes or if they do completely different things or if one product's better than the other. We're gonna look at two hair products, the OLAPLEX Hair Perfector and the Elizavecca Cer-100. Before I do that, I want to acknowledge that my lashes are extremely long because I have created a monster ever since I tried that Irishane set of lashes. So today I actually have the longest ones. I feel like Betty Boop. My eyelids are getting such a workout. But anyway, I just want to share that because like I can see them. I can see them on the camera. Anyway, we're gonna look at this product today. Unlike other times we've done this, these two products don't pretend to be the same. Don't pretend to, one of them doesn't want to become a dupe for the other. They're just two products that exist. So as I said, the first one is the OLAPLEX number 3. I think it's called the Hair Perfector. That is a product that I have tried in the past. I no longer have it because I just ran out and never replaced it. That's a product that I tried. And then the other one is the, let's see if we can go with the lighting. It's the Cer-100 Collagen Ceramide Coating Protein Treatment. I actually first heard of this product on TikTok because I'm very young and hip. So someone recommended it on a TikTok video, and then I looked it up and I found a few articles talking about it as a good OLAPLEX dupe. And then if you go on Amazon, it actually has over 2,000 raving reviews. So I decided to give it a try. Elizavecca is a K-beauty brand, and they have not only hair products, but they have like face products and things like that. But in this case, we're only testing, or we're only talking about the Elizavecca Cer-100. And look at this. Anyway, so let's talk about the products and let's see what we think at the end of this video. So as always, I have my notes because there's some things I wanted to make sure that I remember. So I'm going to be referring to my notes at some point, or just to check that I'm saying things right and that I have the correct numbers. So let's start with price, because whenever we talk about dupes is because we like something that's very expensive and we want to find a cheaper option that gives us sort of the same result. So in that case, the OLAPLEX number 3 retails for $38 at Sephora here in Canada. So it's at 38 Canadian. The Elizavecca, on the other hand, I have found a variety of prices for this. On Amazon, which is where I ended up getting mine, it retailed for maybe $13, $14. I also found it on another website called iHerb that many of you may actually know. The reason I ended up going with the Amazon one and not this one, even though the iHerb one was a lot cheaper, was like maybe $8, was because when I was looking at the reviews on the iHerb, not for this product, but for the shampoo of the same line, there was a review that said that the product was not genuine, that it was a counterfeit or it was a fake product. So that kind of scared me. So I went to Amazon. The way you know if an Elizavecca product is genuine or not is that at the bag there is a scratch off. You just scratch it off, and then you will have a QR code that you can read with your phone, and it will tell you if it's an official Elizavecca product or if it's counterfeit. This one was actually a real one. It was good. So that's why I ended up going with this one. So between $8 and $14, I would say. So that makes it a difference of about $24, which is pretty significant. They both have 100 milliliters, so they have the same amount of product. So in that sense, I would say the Elizavecca really wins. Next up, we have the packaging and the consistency of the product. I thought I would lump those two together because one affects the other. So the OLAPLEX comes in this little bottle, plastic bottle, round. I'm hoping that I have a picture here. No. And it's a bit of a hard plastic, and I found also that the content is a little bit thick. So I had sometimes a hard time getting it out of the bottle, personally. Especially towards the end when like there just wasn't that much left. It was kind of hard to kind of squeeze it out of the bottle. The Elizavecca, on the other hand, comes on a squeezy tube, again 100 milliliters, just like the OLAPLEX. I found it a little bit runnier also than the OLAPLEX, so it's just easier to get it out of the tube and onto my hair. The one thing I will say for the OLAPLEX is that the bottle is clear, so you can see how much you have left. I guess I can put this one to the light. There's a light here, that's why I do that. And see, but just is the difference, that the other one's a little bit better at. But this one just comes out of the bottle a little bit easier. In terms of scent, because you all know that that's something that I'm very sensitive to, I can't remember what either of them smells like, which leads me to believe I didn't find any of the scents, of the 2 scents, offensive or really good. So probably it just was something that was just not really that noticeable for me. So they are both scented, but they're not scented to a point that it was annoying or it was problematic for me. So that's for packaging. I would say for packaging and for price, the Elizavecca is a winner. Next up, let's talk ingredients. So this is where they really differ. I guess they always do differ in quite a few places, but in these two, they have 2 very different types of ingredients, or the main ingredients, obviously. With something like, again, the Protein and the Inculis that we did in the past, those two pretended to have similar types of ingredients. It was not the case for this one. For this one, the Elizavecca has soy protein, ceramides, which I feel like are making a comeback. I feel like ceramides were not that big of a deal for a while, even though I remember them from when I was younger. And now they're making a comeback. And then it has collagen. It has pig collagen, so it is not a vegan product. So I thought that would be maybe of relevance to some of you. It is not a vegan product. The OLAPLEX, on the other hand, has a molecule, I think, that is called bis-aminopropyl diglycol dimaleate. So there you go. And according to the patent from OLAPLEX, it repairs the bonds in keratin found in hair. So it's supposedly it helps your hair at a molecular level. I don't know if that's possible, but that's what it says it does. Shout out to the girls on Reddit who actually directed me to the patent. So shout out to them. So very different types of ingredients. Couldn't find any information whether one was better than the other, but I think they just work on the hair in a different way. But they are all, like, especially for the Elizavecca, the ceramides and the collagen, there are things that we have seen in hair products before. I don't know if the OLAPLEX is vegan. I'm assuming that it is, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. So ingredients wise, we can't really judge them or say one is better than the other because they are so different. Next up is application. So there is the applications process is different for both of them. So for the OLAPLEX, you get your hair wet, you put on the product, you leave it, they say at least 10 minutes. I always found that it was better to leave it longer, and then you wash your hair like you would normally do. So it's something that you do before washing your hair. And they said to follow up with OLAPLEX number 4, which is the shampoo, and OLAPLEX number 5, which is the conditioner. And then for the Elizavecca, you're supposed to shampoo your hair and then put on the product, leave it for, here it says 5 to 25 minutes, but I've seen other places where it's just like for like an hour. And then you rinse it with tepid water, and they're very clear about the tepid water. So in terms of application, they're different. I don't know if one is more cumbersome than the other. I think that for both, I was very thankful that I have a detachable shower head, so I could just like put my hair over the tub and do like either the initial rinsing or the final rinsing. I was actually able to do it that way, so I didn't have to like hop on the shower again or hop on the shower twice. One thing I'll say is because this one I put it on towards the end, I felt like once I finished washing my hair, I felt the results a little bit more than with the OLAPLEX, and I think part of that problem is that the OLAPLEX number 5, I don't like it, and I felt like it just ruined whatever feelings I had when I sort of rinsed the OLAPLEX number 3 and then did the shampoo and everything. I felt that like however I felt that my hair was when I did that first rinsing, I didn't have that once I had finished washing my hair. So really it doesn't make a difference. The one thing I will say is because this one is supposed to do with tepid water, again, if you don't have a way to just rinsing your hair and you need to hop on the shower again with tepid water, I wouldn't like that personally. So that's a drawback of this one that you don't have with the OLAPLEX. In terms of results, I have to say, I think that for both, there's a couple of things that you need to do. Number one is that you need to leave it longer than what it says. So with the OLAPLEX, I used to leave it like for hours, and for this one, I think that I've only tried it once and I liked it, but I think that yes, I will need to leave it on for like maybe an hour and then rinse it and see what happens. But I like the way my hair felt once I rinsed it the first time after those 25 minutes. I have to say that the other thing I want to say is that I feel like one time is not enough. So a lot of the reviews are like, oh yes, I like OLAPLEX with Elizavecca, you just, the first time you do it, you see like major differences. I did see differences. I didn't see major differences, or I didn't feel like my hair was like cured. You have to remember that my hair is bleached, and like this, especially the ends have been bleached many times, and I use hair tools, like hot hair tools on my hair quite often. So I need help, and I don't think anything will kind of fix my hair in one application. So I think with both of them, you kind of have to make them part of your regular routine for it to really make a difference. I have to say that when I rinsed this one, my hair felt really nice. It felt super soft. I got out of the shower and it still felt, or I got finished rinsing it with the tepid water and it still felt really, really nice. I felt like, you know, I could like had the comb and just like go there and it would just like sort of like melt anything that was in there. The knots were melted. It felt really, really silky and nice. I always felt like that way with the OLAPLEX when I first rinsed it. But whenever and even with the shampoo, the OLAPLEX shampoo, but whenever I used the conditioner, it just didn't work for me. So I would feel that anything positive that I have would have been ruined by that conditioner. So in that sense, I think like final results, I think I like the Elizavecca a little bit better. But I think both of them, like you just have to use them regularly to see benefits. Like it's not a one and done. You actually need to make it part of your routine, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on what your hair needs and how much you wash your hair and how much you dye your hair and how much you use hot styling tools. You might need to do it more or less depending on what the condition of your hair is. So, final thoughts. I think for me, I will be definitely finishing up the Elizavecca. Do I think they're dupes? No, I don't think they're dupes. I think they both do really well. Do I think that you need both? No, I think you can do one or the other. I think that given the price and how I might like the application and how I felt after I finished doing the treatment, I just had a more positive experience with the Elizavecca. It's also easier to use, cheaper to use, but I cannot say that the OLAPLEX is not good. All I can say is it just didn't work for me as well, I think, as the Elizavecca worked for me, and because of that, I think I want to stick with this one. Again, I have to say they're both good. In terms of price, this one is a lot cheaper. That being said, the OLAPLEX costed me for quite a bit. So while it is a bit more expensive, it does last for a long time. I do encourage people to try both and see which one works better for you. But I think for me right now, I'm going to be sticking to our Elizavecca friend for a little bit and see if I see some major differences. And yeah, and just test it out. I didn't purchase the OLAPLEX after I run out, and that is for a reason, so I don't think I would go back to that one. But again, what works for my hair may not work for you for yours, and vice versa. So, you know, I don't want to say one is better than the other. Just gonna say they do different things, and I did find a more pleasant experience and more pleasant results with the Elizavecca. And I think that's all I have to say about this. So thank you for watching. If you can, please subscribe. If you want to tell me your experiences with either of these products, or if you want to tell me about a new product, please leave me a comment. And I hope that I'll see you very soon in a new video. Bye.